Because of the way that we have been treated, it has been a very terrible experience.
I no longer know when it's daytime or when it's nighttime. I don't sleep. It's affecting me mentally and physically.
Yesterday, the air conditioning went out. We had the whole morning without air conditioning. Lots of mosquitoes came in because they get in from all sides.
The food very terrible here. Very, very, very small portions. People are having a hard time living here because like they're starving. Probably like a quarter cup of rice.
We've eaten as late as 10 at night. The food at night is cold too. There's never a hot meal.
All the showers are connected to the same water source. There's barely any water pressure. So we have to like literally put ourselves on the wall right next to the water drainage so we can at least get hit with water.
They follow you when you're walking to the shower with your hands on your head, as if you were a prisoner. The water is very hot, very hot. They don't give you enough time. Mosquitoes are biting you in the shower. There are more mosquitoes than water.
Multiple detainees say they don't get enough food, though they're served 3 meals a day, and that water is limited.
It sucks. There's no physical contact with the outside world other than these phone calls.
What do these guys think, that they're at the Four Seasons or something, that there's more mosquitoes than water? Really? I bet CNN gave him the script because I doubt that they would come up with all this shit by themselves. But have you guys noticed that they haven't even mentioned anything about the Cincinnati attacks or anything like that? Of course, because it doesn't fit their narrative, right? And they're just mad guys because we're deporting them all and all their hard work for nothing. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Governor DeSantis has to say about this.
But I would say this, Democrats care more about illegal aliens than they do about American citizens. I've never seen these Democrats fight this hard for the people of Florida. I've never seen them fight this hard for U.S. citizens. So they're posturing, they're doing a lot of political stuff, but I do think it's very instructive about what are they really willing to get animated about. They don't get animated when it's American citizens complaining that someone got bit by a mosquito. It's South Florida. This is not the Four Seasons. It is a professional processing center to effectuate the deportation of illegal aliens.
There have been reports about poor infrastructure inside the facility. There's attorneys representing some of the people that are inside.
Of course they're going to say that.
Talking about
These are people, did you see the background on some of those people, on some of those detainees? You see the horrific crimes some of them have done?
But they're still saying there's a lack of water, there's a lack of...
No. Oh, no. They're complaining about, they're saying some of the porta-johns aren't properly certified. I mean, give me a break. First of all, what's the plumbing going to be like in their home country? What are the bugs going to be like in their home country? Give me a break. Anytime someone, an illegal alien, is brought to that facility, DHS gives them a brochure at the start. DHS will pay for you to just return home. So no one has to go to Alligator Alcatraz. If you take DHS up on their offer, they will send you, a taxpayer at federal expense, they will send you back to their home country. So people have an opportunity to do that. A lot of these folks have not been willing to do that, but the reality is they're in the country illegally.
Exactly. That's right. The free ride is over, guys. Quit whining like bitches. Go back to your country. We are done paying for your shit. Who complains about getting 3 meals a day? So you're telling me you get 3 meals a day and that's still not enough for you? When there's people in America right now skipping meals in order to pay their bills. Get out of here with that bullshit, honestly. It just pisses me off how ungrateful they are, honestly. We're paying for all this stuff. We're even paying them to leave America. And we're telling them, hey, we'll give you $1,000, we'll pay your ticket if you just leave on your own. But it's still not enough for them, right? It's still not enough for them. And I feel like they just think that maybe there's some type of chance they're gonna be able to stay somehow, right? But no, you're going back and that's it. End of story. So technically, nobody has to go there if they don't want to. But it seems like they want to be there. So I guess Alligator Alcatraz is not that bad after all. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the criminals that Alligator Alcatraz is currently holding. So the first one right here, guys, is an illegal alien from Haiti who was convicted of kidnapping, false imprisonment. And then the second one here is an illegal alien from the Philippines who was convicted of obscene communication traveling to meet a minor for sex, okay? And then an illegal alien from Venezuela who was convicted of kidnapping and sexual assault of a child under 13. What is it with all these pedophiles, right? And then an illegal alien from Mexico who was convicted of child abuse and forcible rape. And then we have another one here, an illegal alien from Brazil who was convicted of homicide. Another one from Peru convicted of producing and distributing child pornography. Like, why are we getting all the rapists and all the, child molesters? And, this other one, member of the Latin King gang, and then, I guess convicted of assault, escape from custody, vehicle theft, aggravated assault, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's incredible, guys. And do you guys really think that these people deserve our sympathy? Where was their sympathy when they committed all these crimes? And, since when does molesters become the victims? Like the Democrats and the liberals and all these people who are, pretty much defending them. Like, I think there's like some chemical imbalance in their head, because I just can't understand why they're like making this big deal for some criminals that don't even deserve to be protected at all. Let's go ahead and take a look though at this smuggler who was trying to smuggle 17 illegals that were cramped inside a 3-foot wide false compartment. And you guys are not even gonna believe it. Inside of a fake Lowe's truck.
Bring your driver license
The
with
Jordans.
you. Who do
He
you work
definitely
with?
looks like a Lowe's worker.
Subcontractor? So company is the one who takes care of the truck. That's why you weren't aware that it was
Yeah,
expired?
I'm just a driver. Yeah, so I didn't even look at the tag. They supposed to handle all of that.
Right away. They don't know nothing. And look at it, guys. It looks like there's nothing to see there.
Is yours? No. Did you walk on this?
Huh?
Did you walk on this?
No.
Look at the bare feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This wood, you can tell, look, this is new.
My God, they're literally in there.
Put this in your hand. Push it. No, push it. Oh.
Let it go? Yep, let it go.
Look at everything they have to do to take him out of there.
Can you see them?
Yeah, I can tell.
Hey, uno por uno.
They're like standing like this, all crammed together.
Uno por uno. Siéntate aquí. Ahí.
Just you in there.
Siéntate ahí, por la puerta. Sarge, you can see?
Yep.
Right there. Siéntate ahí, siéntate ahí. Cruza los pies. Ven. You got it? Hey? No, I don't know how many there are.
Okay.
Unless you guys.
No, we're just putting here, see how many, and then we can.
¿Puedes?
There's supposed to be 17 in there, okay?
Espérame que se me entume. ¿Estás bien? Siéntate allá, al lado de ellos y cruza los
Look at the
pies.
woman.
Cruza los pies. ¿Estás bien? Muy entumido los pies.
Oh, God.
Para allá. Siéntese y crucen los pies.
There's the truck, guys. Doesn't it look like real? Like a real Lowe's truck? That's incredible. That's insane. Insane. And then you can see there the pictures of them. And then this is the dude. This is the smuggler there. But yeah, that's just crazy, because they put people in such dangerous situations, and we're literally trying to like prevent that from happening, right? Like when we're against all this, we're not just, against it because, the fact that they're invading our country too, but also to prevent like people from dying too, because they get put in situations where they're very, very dangerous. And, especially like children and stuff. When I used to live in California, I would always hear all these stories about how, kids will cross the border through the desert and stuff, and like they would just die there from being dehydrated. And it's just insane. And a lot of those pieces of land were actually owned by people. And guess what? Because it's their land, you wouldn't even have permission. Like the family of the people that die there, they wouldn't even have permission to pick up their body. Like the body would just rot there, like most of the time. But that's crazy. And, this is what people support as well. Like, this is what the liberals, the Democrats, this is what they're supporting, right? Because when you are supporting illegal immigration, illegal immigration, you're technically supporting also all the suffering that these people have to go through. And, you know, some of it is even rape, guys. So, I mean, I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's worth all the pain like that. All the pain that these people go through. But, you know, instead of just doing it right, working and, you know, having, you know, a good job in their country and getting themselves a visa and then working themselves up to getting an actual citizenship. But, you know, I don't know. And, you know, let's not forget that this is not just Hispanics and Chinese people who are invading us, but we now have a huge population of Muslims coming in too as well. And, you know, it's just crazy because they just literally are attacking us through every angle. They just want to change our culture. They want to change our beliefs. And this is why you also see a lot of infiltration in the government as well. You know, they're trying to change our laws so they can just eventually make us just, you know, become compliant to what they want us to do. And this is all part of the elites, guys. They don't want us to have babies anymore. And this is why they facilitated for so long abortions. And this is their plan. They want to replace us with the third world. And if you guys don't believe me, you can hear from this Muslim woman herself.
We do not want to melt into American society and disappear. We want to go into American society with Islamic ideals and revamp their thinking. We want to revamp them. We want to turn them into Muslim individuals. And in that long-range process of making America Muslim, all of America
in your
Muslim.
dreams.
What I have been trained to fight against is radical Islam. This ideology is willing to bring death and destruction.
They had this belief in this greater cause to return to the glory of Islam and install a caliphate.
They teach them to murder Jews and Christians, infidels.
They believe America, Western values, they must be destroyed.
Their population has grown so much that they're literally slowly taking over America, and people are not even aware of it. Go ahead and take a look at this guy who has no idea that his city is being taken over by Muslims.
Down in St. Cloud, this is one of the many Islamic centers here. This is a mosque here, but something that's super interesting about this mosque right here, it actually used to be a Lutheran church. You can see right here on the backdrop of this wall right here, this used to be a Lutheran church. So that just shows how much of the population has shifted from Christian to Muslim as far as the people in the population here inside of this town, as this used to be a Lutheran church. Now it's an Islamic mosque. How would you say the Islamic community is here?
It's pretty deep in it. It's a lot of people, right? It's pretty big. They all they're pretty, like, they come together, right?
Would you say there's more Muslims than there are Christians here in this area?
I would say so. I would think so. Yeah, I would say so. Yes, sir.
And how do you feel about the rise of Islam here in the United States?
I don't really know too much personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know too much about Islam. I'm all for it, like what anybody wants to be with their religion and what they want to do. But I don't know too much about it. I just know it's real powerful here in Minnesota.
And why do you think it's so powerful here in Minnesota?
That's a good question. But I think don't they have like powerful people like in the government and stuff like that? They got some.
You said
they got something going on. Like they must have something here for them to come to, if that makes sense. Like, there's something for them to be, like, there might be more of them than black people. So
how do you feel about that?
I mean, something is bringing them here. Something is bringing them here. I feel like, and all that, I thought he was Islam, but I don't know. I feel like something is just bringing them here. Like, it must be something here that they love. So I think, don't they have like a schooling or a church or something? They got something where they all dress up and they're attending something. You know what I mean? They have events for them. There's obviously something going on where they have, you know, an event going on or something, some type of fun or family or something where they can let their family celebrate. Like, it's got to be.
For instance, right here is one of the churches, one of their mosques.
Oh, what?
And then if you go another block over there, there's another mosque.
Okay.
So there's two mosques within a block of each other here.
Okay.
So there are a lot of people here, and St. Cloud is, I believe, the second or third highest population for Somalians.
Second or third? Really?
Yeah.
Minnesota?
Well, Minnesota is the #1 population for Somalis.
I knew it. I could tell. I'm from Texas. There's a bunch of Mexicans there. Like, you come here, all the Mexicans gone, they switched out Somalians. it's not a bad thing, though. I don't think it's bad. You know what I'm saying? This where y'all at? Then hey, I'm here too. What's up? Where y'all at? They got some pretty girls and some pretty Islam women I done seen. They be having nice texture hair and stuff like that. They be all covered up.
One of those.
Hey, it's different everywhere you go. So you know what I mean? I just respect the differences. It's cool.
It's cool to me, he says. Yeah, until they force you to submit to Allah. But, you know, it's crazy how we allow this huge population of Muslims to come to the United States, although we know that they're a threat to us. And, you know, a lot of them say, yeah, well, they're peaceful. Don't let that deceive you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this guy has to say.
People, if you are white and you're listening to this, listen very closely. Lately, I've been seeing many of you complaining about Islam and the immigration and stuff like that. And I'm going to separate the white people in two categories. The Americans, Canadians, and Australians do not count because they are white people that live in a country that's not theirs. You guys have invaded those lands from the rightful owners. So when you guys get back to Europe, then we can talk. But for the European white people complaining about immigration and Islam, first of all, I want to tell you that Islam is going to take over every single square inch of the globe. He means it. And you guys might think that it's going to be us, dark-skinned people, that are going to take over. No, it's going to be your own people. As you can see how fast Islam is growing, in the next 10 to 15 years, every white person is going to have a Muslim member in his family. Nowadays, you see white Europeans with blue eyes and blonde hair reverting back to the truth because they have finally seen the truth. And the thing is, there's nothing you guys can do to stop it. You guys can hate Islam as much as you want. And I want to thank the Western media for spreading Islam. A lot of weak-minded Muslims think that the media is picking on us and bullying us, but really and truly the Western media is working with us. They have succeeded in spreading Islam, but intentionally.
We knew that.
A lot of people do not know about Islam, but nowadays we are the most talked about religion on the media, and thanks to the Western media for spreading the truth. And so I want to say there's nothing you guys can do to stop Islam, nothing. And also, just to add it, the weak Muslims are the ones just to add it, sorry about the noise, just to add, it's the weak Muslims that always talk about Islam being a religion of peace. Islam is not.
Those are
it's
weak.
Not a religion of peace. It does not mean peace. It means to submit to Allah, and it is a religion of justice. Put that in your head. It's the weak so-called Muslims, the cowards of this ummah, that claim that Muslims are religion of peace. I want to clarify that as well. Islam is a religion of justice. We can be peaceful, but when it comes to it, we know how to defend our land, our religion, and our honor.
And you think that we can't? We already knew that the media was against us long time ago. But let's go ahead and take a look at this 17-year-old Muslim girl who refused to go to Iraq for an arranged marriage. And this is what her parents did to her.
Ihsan and Zara Ali are both charged with second-degree attempted murder. Prosecutors say they tried to choke their daughter to death outside of a bus stop on October 18th of last year. Video of this incident was captured from a bus, and you can see a 17-year-old girl being attacked by her father in particular, while her mother stands by. Other students jump in to try and help, and that's what jurors are watching now.
But yeah, the father literally ran up to her, like choked her on the floor and just hold her there and would not let go of her. And the video is longer, but they just didn't show like the entire thing. But it does seem like a bus driver had to come and aid her, and he was like the only one that was able to take the guy away from her, because the other people around there, they were just, kids from school. So they weren't like strong enough. But this is how crazy these people are, that if you just break their laws, if you don't want to do what they say, you don't want to submit to what they say, they'll even kill their own daughter. They don't care. And this is what we want for America? No thanks. I think I'll pass. And I think I think that I can talk for everyone that we will all pass on this. But that is it, guys, for today's video. I want to thank you so much for staying till the end. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Thank you so much and see you on the next one. Bye.